We've got a concept car behind us, CHR. What does it stand for?
Well, it's going to be a bit of a code name, but it's kind of a compact cruiser, and that's the code name for the design. And as you can see, it's super radical for Toyota. It's really breaking the molds. We're a little bit late into the segment's flying, and we've got a great reputation. Like we have the Rav4 over there, also hybrid now, and we want to add this to our lineup. It's the fastest growing segment. We want to make sure that people understand that we've arrived, and we think it's got fantastic potential here in Europe, especially the hybrid version.
So there will be a hybrid version. When do you unveil something that I can get my hands on that I
can't tell you, but we will announce all the details of the production model. So today I can tell you this model, a version of it, will go into production. So that's our confirmation today. And Geneva, we're going to announce all the details.
All the details. So this is Geneva Motor Show. Clearly we'll see each other there.
Yes.
We've got a termine, as they say. Now, we also have a new hybrid, the new Prius Updated.
That's correct. So
it's still under wraps. Can we open it up there?
Well, I'd love to, but if you would have been here a little earlier, try. But it will be around just after lunch. It'll be unveiled. So it's a global unveiling of the new Prius. And Prius is iconic for us, right? It started the whole hybrid revolution. And in Europe here, we've been really pushing hybrid. 1/3 to half of our models that have the hybrid option are now chosen with a hybrid engine in it. So it's really popular here. Now we're moving to the SUVs, Rav4 Hybrid now, and then we're going to add this a little later. So we're going hybrids across the range. We think we're the hybrid leaders in Europe. We're selling 200,000 hybrids a year. We sold 1 million since the start, and we sold 8 million globally. So we're ahead of the pack. We believe in future mobility.
Taking it just a broader picture of where Toyota is, where the global market is, how serious is the slowdown in China, and do you see stabilization?
I'm not really responsible for China, but we see, in our case, the targets are still being met. We understand there's issues and a bit of a slowdown. But so far, we're about 1.1 million. That was our plan. So far, we've been able to accommodate that decrease.
And Brazil?
Brazil's difficult for everyone, I can't really say, but obviously it's an issue for us. Our region includes Russia, of course. So.
Yeah, that's obviously has been a slowdown throughout the year.
That's right.
Do you see Russia coming back anytime soon, and how bad is it in this year?
So this year, the market in Russia is down about 35%. So obviously that's a big chunk of business, but we're confident because our sales are still, we're gaining market share a little bit, and the good news is that, for example, Lexus is actually increasing and setting records in Russia. So we feel there's still a market, despite the difficulty, and midterm, we're positive about Russia.
What's your theory on why the luxury space in Russia has held up? Is it because people are trying to park assets in luxury vehicles with the declining ruble?
I think it's part of that. Part of that is the people who have money still have money. They have their businesses, right? But there's an entry or mid-level customer that has been very careful with their purchases. The government is subsidizing some local models. So I think entry, non-local production has been hurt the most, and then luxury market has stayed relatively okay. A little bit less, but relatively okay.
You're neck and neck with Volkswagen this year for trying to reclaim the world's biggest auto manufacturer. What do your prospects look like for 2015, climbing back into first place?
I guess we're trying to do our own thing. You know, our boss always says, Mr. Akio Toyoda says that we should focus on our own job. We want, of course, beat last year's sales with all these global issues around. That will be our challenge. We're going to try to do our part here in Europe. But we're not that fixated on Volkswagen as much as it might be fun to write about.
When you look at sort of financing for vehicles, how concerned are you about potentially what the U.S. Federal Reserve could do, raising interest rates? Could that impact your sales targets?
It can, but what we're hearing, and nobody knows, I don't know either, but what we're hearing is there is a rate increase. It'll be very minor, extremely minor, or there might be a delay. So in that case, some economists are saying, let's get this over with. We've been dragging this out forever, so in some sense, I don't believe it'll be so bad. And the U.S. market, in particular for us, is doing very, very well.
But the U.S. market does rely more heavily on financing than other markets.
For sure. So there will be an impact, but still, the growth is so strong that we think it's going to be all right.
Elsewhere in South America, leaving aside Brazil, Venezuela obviously has had a difficult time. What do you see the market like throughout the rest of South America?
I'm, again, not responsible for that area, but anything that's been touched with oil, whether you're talking about Russia, you know, whether you're talking about even Canada, you know, where I come from, the impact has been substantial. So there is a commodities-based issue going on in every country.
We've got something over there. It's the Mariah. We saw that last year. Well, the final question of Mariah, how have sales been?
Well, we just started sales of Mariah, which is the first fuel cell vehicle on sale. And I just want to make sure your viewers understand that The output, the emissions, is a glass of water. So next time I'm going to give you one from the Mariah.
Well, and we only drink water when we drive, sir. Very good to see you, Jonathan. I always get everyone a car here at the auto show. I'm going to break it to you. You don't get the Porsche this year. You get the Mariah.